Hi, so in my last video I mentioned that I wanted to come back on here and talk about how I study and how I improve and how I enjoy myself and don't throw my back out trying to get better at art. The way that I study personally is I don't study. And that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you tip your waitress on your way out. I really appreciate your support here and elsewhere, and no, okay. That's not a lie. I don't think that what I do to improve counts at all as studying, like in the traditional sense. But I mean, I figure in some way it must be studying because I do improve. What I normally do is, well, I guess I should start off with what I think studying is. So what I was told by, years of looking at tutorials online and stuff, like on, DeviantArt or Tumblr or like anywhere else. Like I don't know that I ever used like those premium sites like Skillshare and even somewhere like Gumroad starting off. Like I never really purchased like tutorials or anything like that. From like old, like even like art books and stuff, they always mention the importance of, let's say you find a book and it's got like an old master's drawing on it, and it's like breakdowns of the body and breaking it down into boxes and different shapes and gesture lines and stuff like that. And then you look at that and then you try and copy it yourself. You just literally grab your tool of choice, like whether it's pencil and paper or like a tablet. You copy it. You draw your box, you draw, your line of action, and you just study it straight from like a book. Like you look at it and then you draw it yourself, and then there's little notes that tells you, like, oh, your pelvis goes here and it can tilt this way and that way, your ribs go here and they can tilt this way and the range of motions and blah 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 blah. That shit puts me to sleep. I can't do it, so I don't do it. And honestly, that might be my first tip for how to improve. Don't do something that you don't want to do. Like, it seems really simple, but a lot of times you'll see like an artist that lets people know, like, hey, even though it sucks, do this, or even though it's not fun, do this. I don't subscribe to that, because if I do something that I don't want to do, I get upset, I get frustrated, I'll start crying, I'll start screaming, I'll burn my house down again. I think it's the most important part of improving is do not do something that you don't want to do. Or I guess something that you don't have to do, but either way, those go together. I really, really want to stress the importance of self-indulgence in art as well. So if that was my first point, don't do something that you don't want to do. My second point is do what you want to do. No matter what. Like if it's, something really, really tough, like it's something that you feel is advanced, like, I don't know, just, somebody that is like contorting their body a lot and it's, a lot of like anatomy knowledge that you need to do so, just try it out, draw it. That's normally how I start my stuff. I don't go looking for a reference first, which, let me stop right here. I am extremely pro reference. I am usually like too lazy to go grab a reference for everything, which is why some of my art can look a little wonky, and it's because I did not go look for a reference, and it's for no other reason than I was too lazy at the moment. Start your drawing, like whatever you want to draw. If you want to draw somebody doing a backflip, if you want to draw somebody just standing totally still, if you want to draw somebody just doing whatever, draw it like to the best of your ability, but try to do it like not quick, but don't spend an hour on it, because this is just like your messy sketch. Get your idea down just as quickly as possible, because I find with myself, I'll lose the plot very quickly. I'm sure you couldn't tell that from the way that I make videos, that I go off topic sometimes. Put your idea down, and then I go get a reference. Like if I'm in the mood and I'm like, okay, I need to do this, but I need this to look right. Draw out whatever you want to make, let it look as goofy as you want, whatever, as long as you have your idea down, and then go look up specific references. If you have a person that is, I don't know, holding a sword in one hand and is like just, like posing at someone, you don't have to find a reference that looks exactly like your drawing. You can find instead 5 references that display different parts of what you're trying to draw. Maybe you find a reference photo where someone's legs are in the perfect position, but they're not like sword fighting. They're just like, I don't know, doing like a cool wide stance. Grab that. And then you can look up sword poses or sword fighting poses, and maybe somebody's right arm looks exactly the way that you want it, but their head isn't turned the right way. That's fine. Keep that reference. And then you can just, from then, you like can just look for a head looking to the right, and then boom, there's going to be a million references for that. I guess that's like my third point. If you're going to try to study, draw what you want immediately, like get your idea down, and then go grab specific references. And do not be concerned with the amount of references that you grab. Just make sure that you, like if you're using Pinterest or Google or whatever, you type in exactly what you're looking for, because if you draw something and then you decide, oh, I'm going to go look for this, and then you go on Pinterest and you just start scrolling, you're going to be there forever. So that's why I like to kind of like get it down first, because then I can grab specific references from then on. Like I'll just go straight to Google and then just type immediately what I want. Like I want legs in this position, I want a head at a 3/4 angle, etc., etc. So from there, that might be it, y'all. Like it's like, I understand that that's like, you know, very quick. I don't remember what my first point was, but we're going to try really, really hard to remember what it was. Don't do something that you don't want to do. The second point, do exactly what you want to do. And my third point, oh, I gotta sneeze. My third point is don't sneeze. Step 3, grab specific references. Or draw it badly first. Whichever one makes you more comfortable. So, I understand that that's not really like your traditional how-to topic or like points or whatever, but I just feel like there's a million videos that tell you almost the exact opposite of what I just said. Like, oh, do figure drawings every day or draw every day. Oh boy. Speaking of that, I don't draw every day. I don't think that everyone draws every single day. Some people do because they like it, or you know, they maybe have to because they've backed themselves into like a corner, maybe like with extreme deadlines. But I personally, every month on the 5th of each month, I will post a big collection of the previous month's drawings, the previous month's drawings, and I post them all on Patreon on the 5th. After the 5th, it's like I lose all of my drawing ability. Like I can't, it's either I can't bring myself to put a pen to a canvas, or I try to do that and then my faces look crazy. I don't know. It just doesn't work out. It feels like I've lost all of my art abilities. But maybe that can be number 4. Like if you feel like you don't have it, take a break. Like whether it's an hour-long break, a day-long break, a week-long break, month, year, whatever. Don't force it if it physically hurts. So number 4, don't force yourself to draw. This is just one of those things that kind of goes along with draw what you want, because it's sort of like draw when you want. It's just because if I try to force myself to draw, I get really, really frustrated, and I as soon as I hit frustration, I stop. There are some people that are maybe stronger than I am, and they're like, the frustration fuels me. Not me, sis. I can't. Let's talk more about these 4 points. Number 1, don't draw what you don't want to draw. Pretty self-explanatory, but it's a big one. It's how I improve. You'll see a lot of times, like if you scroll through my various galleries in my media tabs, you're gonna notice some common themes. I almost exclusively draw women. Like that's it. Like I can draw men, but I don't want to. So I don't, like, literally that's it. I don't want to, so I do not. I have a lot more fun drawing women. I feel like it makes me happier. So I'm not gonna stop. Sorry. Number 2, draw what you want. Just like what I just said, draw exactly what you want. If you like drawing women, draw a woman. Men, draw men. If you like drawing dinosaurs, draw dinosaurs. Just do whatever you want, because I swear the best way to improve is to be happy with whatever you're doing, like the subject matter itself, because art is difficult. it can cause some stress. So to eliminate that, draw exactly what you want. 3, I draw quote unquote badly first, and then I grab specific references. This kind of, it really helps because I've gotten an idea down quickly. Like I've just got it down. And then when I'm searching for things, I'm seeing these like specific references that I've looked for. If I need legs in a certain position and then I look it up, I'm seeing a lot of legs on the screen. And then that's kind of like adding to your visual library. Really the best way to do this, you got to fake your own brain out. I have to fake my own brain out. That's anyway. And then 4, don't force it. Don't force it. Like if you need a break, take a break. I don't care how long the break has to be. Take that break. You're not going to lose all of your progress over a day or a week even. I promise. Like if you've been practicing and drawing for a year, you're fine. Taking a break is totally fine. Don't let anyone tell you that taking a break is not fine. That's really like the how I personally improve kind of method or mindset or whatever you want to call it. But I did want to show you like a fun little activity. Now I'm going to be taking on the role as your 3rd grade art teacher, period. A really, it's a fun like brain, not brain building, hold up. It's a fun little activity for your art brain, I think. And it's, if you want to do a warm up, which that's something that a lot of people do. I feel like I don't normally do them. I think they do help. You can do, like with warm-ups, it's kind of like whatever you want to do. Like if you want to draw a bunch of circles on a canvas for like 20 minutes, that's a warm-up. If you want to draw some heads, that's a warm-up. If you want to just, I don't know, blend with some like brushes, it's like it all works. Like there's no one specific way to do warm-ups. It's whatever you want to do. A fun little activity I thought I would show off is if you go to Pinterest, that's where I keep most of my inspiration, specifically fashion reference and inspiration from. That's where I go. I'll go ahead and link my Pinterest in the description if you guys want to like look. I have like specific boards that are literally called inspo, and it's just a bunch of things that like were like really nice to look at, and so I just threw them in there. And then I have like a board for poses. I have a board for just random stuff. I don't know. I'll put it in the description. You can check it out and then do whatever you want with it. So what I'll do is I'll either go to my Pinterest homepage, or I'll go to that inspo board, or I say I'll go to, but I didn't do this. I didn't do it before this video. This is just my 3rd grade activity for y'all. Ooh, bust a groove. Sorry. What I'll do, or what I would suggest you do, either go to the home screen or go to your inspo, whatever you want, and then just like scroll for a bit, or just stop right at the top. And then you just like freeze. And then from whatever you can see on the screen, make something out of that. If you're on your phone, you might get like 3 or 4 images at once, or if you're on your computer, you may have like 10 images at once. You can grab as many as you want. Like, you know, you can grab all of them. You can grab 3 of them. I think the minimum, is 3. That seems more fun to me. Like, don't just grab 1, because then I feel like if I grab 1 reference, I get too hung up on what the reference is, and I find it hard to break away from it and do my own thing without like staring at it and then being like, this doesn't look right, so it's bad. I don't like I get really hung up on that kind of stuff. It might be different for you, but for me especially, it's super like that. So on the screen, whatever you find or whatever Pinterest has given you, take a few of those images, put them in. I recommend Pure Ref. I'll link that below as well. So I would suggest taking 3 to 5 or 10 images and putting them all aside, and then looking at them, and then taking an element from each and making one drawing out of it. And this drawing does not need to be polished. It does not need to be pretty. It doesn't have to be something that you show to anyone else. Just try and like flex your creative muscles. Don't get too caught up because there's multiple references. It doesn't have to look one specific way. If you gave 10 people the same 10 images, they can all make something wildly different. Like, you just do whatever you want. Once you do that, by the end, whenever you've finished it, and you can get to any level of completion that you want, if you want it to just be like a quick rough sketch, if you want to color it and do some flats, if you want to shade it, if you want to just totally finish the whole thing with final effects, do that. And then at the end, you've made an art piece, and you've improved, and you've increased your visual library. You've utilized references, you've done your art for the day. Like, you've just done so much. So I think this is like a really fun activity. Maybe I'll do it every day. I won't. But I just think it's like a really fun thing to do that also serves a purpose, but is also fun. And you could do this all the time. Like, and you'll always come up with something different. You could even do it like over 3 different art sessions with the same pictures, and then come up with a bunch of different drawings. I don't know. Anyway, I thought it sounded fun. If you do it, feel free to send it to me because I think that would be really cool. I would like to see it, but if you don't want to post it anywhere, don't. You don't have to. That's such a, like, I don't know, that's such a current like social media thing where we have this added pressure of like, oh, I drew this, but or, oh, I'm drawing this and I need it to look great because I'm going to share it online. Like, no, you do not have to share anything online. You can draw something and then put it in a little like folder on your computer and then just forget about it. You don't ever have to show people things that you don't want to show them. Okay, I think that's it. At least on this end. I might, do a little demo of the little like Pinterest strat that I mentioned. It could be playing right now. Who knows? I don't. You'd know better than me. But anyway, thank you so much for being here with me. I really was kind of like shocked by the amount of people that watched the previous video and actually liked it, because I don't know if you can tell, but I do a lot of things for myself. I was like, oh, maybe at most like 10 people will watch it or whatever, but really I just want to make something that someone can like make use out of. Like, I really enjoy giving people advice. Like, in my day-to-day life, I like when my friends and my family come to me and either need to like vent or need some advice about something. Like, I love doing that. So the thought of, posting something and then I think, especially while I'm editing it, like, wow, this doesn't make any sense, and everyone is gonna make fun of you, and you look a little stupid, sis. If I can post something and then I sound ridiculous, but if one person out there can find one little nugget of information and they like feel good about it, or it helps them improve, or makes them happy, or it makes something click in their head, it's perfect. It's totally worth it. So thanks again. Like, if you saw my last video and you liked it and you left a nice comment, you guys are so sweet. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. I'm, of course, going to post this on Patreon first. And oh, that scared me. I heard a knock. Help. I'm going to, of course, post this on Patreon first. And I want to thank my patrons, first of all. They're so sweet. I'm going to, of course, have their names at the end of the video. And then I believe last time it was maybe like 3 days later or something, I went ahead and made this go live. So, yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate this time that we've spent together. And go have fun. Bye.